Hey Miguel, we're here to see your gym and fridge.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my house. I guess we're gonna go through my gym, take a look at my fridge, because you guys are weird like that. But we can do all that, come on.
Welcome to the glorious house of games.
We're going to ask you 8 questions in your gym, then look at your fridge, and then finish off with our quick fire round questions. 1. How long have you had this gym?
We had this gym and all like the equipment put in pretty much as soon as we moved in. My wife and I try and stay on our health game. And at the time I was working on a new album and really wanted to get in shape for the tour. So it was important that we had all the stuff that we needed to make it easier for us to work it into our regimen, like our daily regimen.
2. How did you get into fitness?
So my whole jump in on fitness started with this tour I was going on with Trey Songz, and this dude's always been like super fit. Me, I was like, this is younger. I'd never really worked out consistently before, so I was determined to not look like the scrawny dude on tour. I started to work out, and it was like a whole 6-month preparation to get to the point where I felt like we were ready. We went on, and after that, it was just like, I stayed with it. It was a part of my lifestyle. For a good 2 years, I worked out on a consistent basis, like 6 out of 7 days a week. This is the history board. See, I don't do any of these workouts anymore, but there was a time when I was really beasting, and this was like the records of it. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit on there. My current fitness goals are pretty much just to maintain. You know, my workout regimen is more about clarity and consistency.
3. Who else uses this gym?
This gym is pretty much split between my wife and I. I normally work out before her. I try and wake up early in the morning, get my mind right, get a meditation in, and then I'll meet my trainer in here around 8 o'clock, 8:30, depending on the day. Roll this thing out like this, jump in on a full body warm up, you know, get the rows in. I try and work out 5 times a week now, and for me it's more of a productivity tool. There was a time where I had like serious fitness goals and like aesthetic goals that I was reaching for, and I think now it's more about just having a daily routine.
4. What music do you listen to when you work out?
So music, it depends. Like I'm moody with the music at my workout. Some days I wake up, like the workout is just like for clarity of mind, so I don't really want any music. And then other days, like I need a little bit of Meek Mill. I need some Drake.
5. What's your favorite piece of equipment?
It'd probably be these kettlebells. They're just super versatile. In terms of like full body workouts, I found like my body responds really well with kettlebells, and like high intensity interval training has just been a really important tool in terms of just like activating the entire body.
6. What's your workout look like when you're on tour?
Workouts on the road are mostly light weights and full body. So I kind of have a case that I travel with that has all of like my gym stuff in it. So we take ropes for sure, because that's incredible for the breath. I love doing ropes and singing at the same time for like diaphragm control, activating the breath.
7. How do you keep mentally fit?
Man, mental fitness. All of it is like a balance for me. So I meditate regularly as well. It's a part of the regimen. So that's why I like to wake up early. Get up before most people would. I like to wake up at like 6 o'clock, 6:30 these days. Get a meditation in for 20 to 30 minutes. And then just kind of let that settle in. Think about what I have to accomplish for the day. Then jump in on the workout around 8 o'clock. I found like intermittent fasting has worked for my lifestyle. So I try and keep it light, but start the day out there. I don't eat past like an 8-hour window. Keep it moving.
8. What's your most meaningful tattoo?
Tattoos. There's a few. They all mean something, but they're really, for me, really, you know, it's kind of like a personal thing, you know, it's like your body and your temple type stuff, so. All right, it's time to see the fridge, man. I'm kind of hungry. Let's go. Yeah, so it's time to get some food in the system. Welcome to the kitchen. We're gonna take a look at the fridge. We keep it nice and light. Also because we don't like to waste. There's only 2 of us in the house aside from our 2 cats. We cleaned this out to make sure it didn't look too crazy for you guys.
What staples do you always have?
Staples in the fridge include spinach, normally baby spinach. We always keep celery because my wife loves the juice. So we keep lemon as well. We're also Latino. We're both like half Mexican. So you gotta have lemons in the house and limes in the house at all times. We love feta cheese. We keep feta in here. Although we stay away from dairy for the most part, but that's kind of like the one that we do. Almond milk, and lots of water.
If you were going to eat at 2 a.m., what would it be?
Ooh. Depending on the day, a 2 a.m. craving is rare. On the weekends at 2 a.m. though, if I'm hungry, I'm having whatever I want. I don't care. I'm eating a burger, I'm eating a slice of pizza, I don't know, I'm going for it. In terms of like eating regimen, I try and stick close to a keto regimen. I try and make that mostly plant-based as well. I just found that it just works better for my body. Like I feel better. My section of this whole thing right here pretty much exists on this level. This Nas is like Snack King Cole and the king of all sauces. There's all kind of stuff in there. I don't even know. I guess a jungle. I've never been in there. I try and stay away from that part. But we have our moments. You know, you gotta just be fluid, you know, and flow. Sometimes you want some pancakes and you're gonna want some butter, you know. Now the freezer. I don't even know what's in here. This is also not really my area. As you can see, we got the sweet potato fries here. She loves sweet potato fries. The real spot though is down here. All of this right here. Like there's so much of this ice cream down here. So I normally start eating 10:30, 11 o'clock, like primarily plant-based for like the next 8 hours. And I'll just eat whenever I want, whatever I want that's kind of fits in my regimen. It normally starts out with a shake, a keto meal replacement, a plant-based protein, and I'll kind of doctor that up with some MCT oil and avocado, just for extra fats, just to keep everything moving. And I'll follow that up with an espresso.
Okay, it's time for quick-fire questions. 7 a.m. workout or 7 p.m.?
7 a.m. workout all day.
Squat or deadlift?
Ooh, deadlift for sure. Deadlift, yeah.
Favorite song on your playlist?
Favorite song on my playlist. In terms of workout, probably Praise the Lord, or the new Meek Mill with Drake song. That goes.
CrossFit, yes or no?
Yeah, CrossFit for sure.
Pull-ups or chin-ups?
Pull-ups for the back.
Dumbbells or kettlebells?
Kettlebells.
Running on a treadmill or running in the great outdoors?
Great outdoors. I hate treadmill.
Cardio or weights?
Weights all day. I hate cardio. And my body, like, I'm good at it though, which sucks.
Big legs or big arms?
Big legs for testosterone. That'll keep you going.
Biggest compliment, jacked, ripped, swole, or cut?
Ripped. Ripped.
If you could work out with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Workout. Bruce Lee.
Why?
Have you seen Bruce Lee's abs? And like his balance? He's like full by all the way around. He just had, and can you imagine the conversation? Like he just probably one of the illest to just like lay something super philosophical on you. Become like water. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I feel like we covered it all. It's about time for me to move on to the next part of the day. It's been a real pleasure and whatnot, but you guys gotta get out, man. It's time for me to get this food in my system and to get on to the next moment. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Peace, peace.